Episode number 5. See the kind of dumb shit I do.
Compton, making route.
Need some grub? I got you covered. Cheap and filling. You won't regret it.
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will. Just look around. People here are as like to stab you as say hello. That is, if I weren't at your side. 200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate. Hey, you want the best, you have to pay for it. Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out. To your left here is the old Mormon fort. You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services. Up ahead on the next block is where the Kings hang out. Don't let them scare you. If they don't outnumber you 5 to 1, you'll be fine.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's. We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people.
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler. Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around. Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now. You're imagining things. It's just the rush of adrenaline caused by your near brush with death. Luckily for you, I was here, so there's no reason to get out of sorts. Call it a hunch. You do this job for long enough, and you learn to trust your instincts. Well, here we are. No worse for wear, are you? I trust that if you need to cross Freeside again, you'll know who to hire.
What do you have for me? Oh, he did he? Well, that just ain't good enough. Get back out there and hire him again. And before you ask, I'm not gonna cover the cost this time. It's bad enough I'm giving the man more business. What do you have for me?
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Don't bother me right now. I've got to get back to see if any customers are waiting.
How's it going?
You want to travel through Freeside with ease, you hire a king. Your safety... Freeside's a little dangerous for people traveling alone or in small groups. You go without a guard, you're rolling the dice. You know? You must be new. Your tune will change, trust me. You want to travel through Freeside with ease, you hire a king. We're everywhere, and no one messes with us. Your safety is Great, as long as you're in Freeside. But I'm only sticking around as long as you're in Freeside. So where to?
I knew you'd be back. Ready to hire the best? Done and done. I'll keep a brisk...
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
Don't distract me. I need to focus all my senses on keeping you safe.
What's up?
So tell me, did Did you really think I'd be stupid enough to fall for this again? One of my men saw you go in and out of the king's place. As much as I hate to lose a customer, it's just unavoidable sometimes. So tell me, did you really think I'd be as much as...
Hungry? Thirsty?
So tell me, did you... as much as...
What do you have for me? So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the Strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything. Good.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
I've been around a while. Currently working for the Followers as a gun for hire, but it's getting rather dull. Aside from protecting them from the occasional thug looking to intercept supply shipments, there isn't much to do around here. The one researcher I liked who I could chat up about liquor got transferred, and the rest of the docs are pretty uptight about my kind of fun. I joined up looking for a decent paying job. Granted, the pay's all right, but they won't let me kick back and slog a brew at the end of the day. They're worried the filthy drunkies in detox seeing me drink will cause an immediate relapse. I say their rehab effort here is just a revolving door. I've been around long enough to observe the patterns of human behavior. Physical and mental anguish are especially exciting to explore. Hey, for more. Feed a man a bullet, you won't hear from him again. Bye.
When people have got nothing left, they can always turn to the Followers. When people have got nothing left, they can always turn to the Followers.
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Rates of injury. Med-X, Radaway, and Fixer are Freeside essentials. I can't pay you for any supplies you bring in, but I could discount the charge for our services. Just come see. What do you want? Great. How much do you... Thanks. And... Thanks for... What seems... a common enough... This will help you. Anything else? What seems to be the problem? Oh. Stitching up laceration. A shot of Med-X for the pain.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here? Yeah, the docs say he's gonna be laid up for a while, assuming he doesn't get any worse. Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this. Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say. They were big guys, young too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them. I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try asking my friend Wayne over there about him. He saw more than I did. Wayne, it's okay.
That true? Did the king really send you? I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help? Sorry I couldn't help more, especially since you're being so nice. Hey, wait, I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. It might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something. Something with a T. Tenant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably said Lieutenant Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes. What's up?
Hey,
Howdy. Longing make... What about him? Pretty... The king himself, though? He's got that something... I reckon they care about... The locals here are just an inconvenience to them. Something to... Before or after the human race shot itself in the foot? Before the war, Mr. House was a famous captain of industry. Robotics, to be specific. Seemed charming in interviews, until he became a recluse. Since the war, though, didn't make a peep for near 200 years. But when he came back strong and killed a lot of people. I don't know how they do it. They're like saints, those followers. If they didn't charge for their services, I'd think they was crazy. But nah, they're just naive. Warms their heart. Couple of rad scorpions, those two. Gloria is the stable one, but she'd slit your throat if there's a profit in it. Or rather, she'd tell her brother to do it for her. John Baptiste is one of the sicker humans I've had the displeasure of observing. What starts in misery tends to stay there. Freeside wasn't Freeside until 6 or 7 years ago. That's when Mr. House's robots rolled out of the Lucky 38 and started pushing everyone who wouldn't join him off the strip. Lots of folks died. Some scattered to the winds. The rest wound up in Freeside and seemed never to lose the habit of living like refugees. What did you want to know? Yep.
Howdy.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
Have you found anything out? Or were you just here to chat? Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now... If something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
Hey. Do I know you? Whatever.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Hmm? Hey.
We're gonna have rat tonight.
Can I help you? Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies to the poor a little west of here. What about it? I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it. If you're looking into the matter, talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away. If Elizabeth holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? That would be a godsend, but so far we've had no luck working out a deal with the Crimson Caravan, or any other local merchants. If you could manage to find someone willing to work with us, I'd gladly offer medical supplies at a discount. You might ask around at Mick and Ralph's, or go see the Garretts, though I suspect they're too busy poisoning Freeside to help it out. What do you want to talk about? More than rough, it's a damn mess. Freeside townies are... Thugs and thieves are always looking for a victim. Freeside is in dire... There is always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets to the community, if they'd kick their addictions. We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but the Caravan wants too many caps for what we need. Lastly, tension... The Old Mormon Fort serves as the regional hub for the followers of the Apocalypse. I am the administrator for this region. We arose from the boneyards of Edidum years ago. Since then, we have made it our mission to rebuild the wasteland and re-educate its inhabitants. We hope to... Here in Freeside, we provide food and medical services for those in need. We also have organized reconstruction efforts. With the help of... What do you... The big man around here is the... He has the most influence locally. Some NCR soldiers have been bringing...
Hey.
Hey there. You're from out of town, ain't you? Name's Dusty. Oh, I tend to my ranch. That's about it. Alice will tell you, I don't get out a whole lot. You must mean what's left of it. Somebody's been attacking our animals at night. We're down to less than half of what we had a few weeks back. Every night around midnight, Alice and I wake up to some crazy hollering and gunshots. You'd think the world was ending all over. But it's... We'd be grateful. Alice and I'll find a way... Beg your pardon, mister, but them two-headed beeves ain't... Not to mention what would happen if half of what Nobark says is true. Best we can hope is that whoever's doing this will move on. Whoever it is, so long.
What brings you here? Wow, that's the strangest thing. Last time it happened. But when we finally got up the gumption to go look outside, I can't imagine what went on. Dusty can probably tell you. Oh, we keep to ours. Ain't that we don't appreciate. Not that there ain't. I thought he... Part of me wishes I could see things like... I'm not sure who started it. It wasn't a very nice... I don't even remember what his real name is. Anyway. Oh. We set up... But now... Nice of you to...
Hey there. Is everything all right? Off. Well, let's see. Dusty McBride's been... Ranger Andy's still hurt, but we got these two gentlemen snipers watching the road day. They've been a blessing. Watch out.
God damn it. Don't sneak up on me like that. What do you want? Yeah, I guess maybe I am. But not like you. Huh. Maybe it should have been you I was expecting. Why are you here? I think you better leave. Wait. You just got into town. Maybe you shouldn't go. Not just yet. I need someone I can trust. You're a stranger. That's a start. I said it was a start. This town, nobody looks me straight in the eye anymore. I want you to find something out for me. I don't know if there's anything to find, but I need someone to try. My wife was taken from our home by Legion slavers one night while I was on watch. They knew when to come and what route to take, and they only took Carla. Someone set it up. I don't know who. My wife's dead. I want the son of a bitch who sold her. Bring him out in front of the nest here while I'm on duty. I work nights. I'll give you my NCR beret to put on. It'll be our signal, so I know you're standing with him. And I'll take care of the rest. I need to do this myself. I know, all right. That's all you need to know. Good. I'll make it worth your while. And one more thing. We shouldn't speak again. Not until it's over. No one in town knows that I know what happened to my wife. Best they never know, or the Legion will be after me next. Yeah. You shouldn't be here. If people know we talked, they'll suspect you. And if whoever did this smells a rat, they'll have the Legion after both of us. Find out who had Carla kidnapped. Bring him out in front of the dinosaur while I'm working my shift. Let me know it's him by putting on the beret I gave you. That's it. Now go on. Yeah. Howdy.
Hey there. If you want to buy something from a shop... Okay, I admit it. They've been collecting dust since before I got here. You can have them dirt cheap. Can't say we spoke much. Boone did most of the buying for him. She was in the store once, but she didn't stay long. Had a look on her face like she'd smelled something sour. But far as I can remember, the gift shop smelled fine. Well, fine as it always does. Come back soon now.
We haven't met yet. You must be new. Carla was a knockout. Whenever Boone walked around with her, he always had this funny grin on his face like he couldn't believe his luck. I know we couldn't. That wasn't the only reason she stuck out, though. That girl never minced words. If she'd had better food or hospitality, she'd let you hear it. Trouble was, she usually had. I don't think she meant it. She really was a sweet girl. I think she just wanted to remind herself that there's still nicer places in this world than Novak. Who could blame her for that? Had his wife taken. I don't think he'll ever be the same as he was. Damn shame. I told the Rangers up at the station to keep an eye out, but there's just too much ground out there for them to cover. Yeah, twice. Actually, the first time, it was more like half my body. Knocked me out of the Rangers. This time, it's mostly just reminded me how useless I've gotten. A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from where we were stationed. We get there and it's deserted. No sign anyone's been there. I mean, nothing. As we're leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around and there's this kid, just skin and bone, and he's looking up at us and he's scared half to death. Been hiding in a closet. I go to grab him out of there and I notice he's holding something in his hand. Something metal. He shuts himself back in the closet and that's when I see the grenade he's left by my feet. They do it a lot, the Legion, using kids. They know we'll hesitate. Anyway, that was the first time. Second time, I fell down those stairs in front of the motel, just in case I got to thinking I'd put it all behind me. Right now, a whole lot of sitting on my keister and counting cracks in the ceiling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. On better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road. Huh. People don't exactly line up to find out what's in my head. Can't remember the last. You know, maybe there's something I can do for you. Since you've gone to all the trouble of flattering a crippled old soldier, there's a move we have in the Rangers for knocking an opponent off his feet. Saved my butt a bunch of times, maybe it will for you too. Let me show you how it's done. You'll get the hang of that takedown. Was. I still like to pretend I'm a ranger, though. Sometimes they stop by. They haven't been responding to me last couple days. Hell, listen to me talk. Like some damn mother hen. No. No. They're gonna think I'm having trouble letting go. They're good soldiers. I don't give them enough credit. They're the NCO. You got a job. And if you see a squad of veterans... Hey, wait a sec. I know what I said, but if you find yourself by Ranger Station Charlie, let me know what you find. I'd be interested.
Functional. There we go. Just took a second.
What's going on, man? Believe me, when I heard the news, my first thought was, I owe somebody big. I figured Boone would come around after a while. But he hasn't. I'm starting to think that if he doesn't find her, things will never go back to the way they were. Man, everybody. That girl didn't have one friend in this whole town. She didn't want any. She wanted to sit in her room all day and make herself miserable, and she went out of her way to be rude. She upset a lot of people. You wouldn't have liked her either. Oh, it was great. I wouldn't trade it. Something about that lifestyle, the discipline, seeing new places, making people safe. What's not to like? Well, I just felt like it was time, you know? Wanted to have a home. Plus, I was up at Camp Golf when Bitter Springs went down. I faked like I was sick to get out of going because I knew some of the people there. But when everybody came back, nobody would tell me what happened, and people would call us murderers sometimes when we showed up to secure towns. I still don't know exactly. Just that a lot of people died who didn't want to be a part of the fighting at all. I don't blame anybody for it. There's so much chaos when you're fighting. You're lucky not to shoot your own guys. But it did take something out of it for me. Just wasn't the same. So when it came time to re-enlist, I just took my papers and walked. Were they tough? I was in the cons, man. Yeah, see ya.
Hey, welcome to Novak. It's not very... My engineering skills have been coming in handy, too. I've got
Hey there. Need it?
Hey there. I hope you're finding everything... How should I put it? She never did take to living here. I got the feeling she was trying to get Boone to leave with her, but... Nothing that wouldn't be... I know he thinks she was kidnapped, but you could tell she was thinking about it ever since they arrived. Watch out for...
Welcome back. Can I get you anything? Come back.
Welcome to Novak. My engineering skill...
Any word on Station Charlie? What? What happened? God damn it! I just spoke to them the other day. If this is some kind of sick joke, nah, that'd be too far. Even for... Listen, this could be trouble for all of us. Whoever did this is still out there, and they might come this way. If you can find out who did this, we can be better prepared to deal with them if they come through here. Look out for yourself.
Prim has a new gathering junk's not the most exciting work, but it's a living.
Welcome back. Come back soon.
What's going on, man? Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to Novak. It's not... my...
I hope you're finding everything to... Go see... Well, there's Dinky, the town mask. Up the road a ways to the west, there's been some sinister... Other than that, no... Well, up north a ways, you'll see a big... And there's a town just east of here called... But we got our wonderful snipers keeping an eye in that direction. I just know what I've heard. Ever so often there'll be a... Watch out. So, you're back. Now... Happy to... pleasure doing business with you. Take care now.
This place is off limits to civilians. You don't like it? Take it up with Lieutenant Haggerty. This is a restricted area. State your business. Or you're a Legion spy trying to infiltrate our perimeter. Give me one good... No need. We already have... Then again, our expert is in it. Have him fill you in on the details. He's in the back of the building. Keeps his sunglasses on all the time. There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead. Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 20 to 1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs. I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand. Later. If the... You lost? The Legion's coming for us. Just a matter of time. Believe you me.
If the Legion breaks through our defenses, I got one bullet I'm saving just for me.
This chain link fence perimeter is worthless. We might as well be defending it. cage from the inside. Who knows? Pretty sure HQ's forgotten all about us. Who knows which side the Legion's gonna hit us from next?
Pretty sure HQ has forgotten all about us.
Who the hell are you? Damn right you're not. God... Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here. What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good. Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running... Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you? Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran. Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell. But you know, you do that. It was easy, man. They asked me if I knew anything about power. They asked me how well I understood. Fuck, man. Like... No, man. Over there. That big knob there makes it... Here. You'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
It's unusual to see a new face. I see. Then you must have some special business here, for them to have let you through. Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group? That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim to the followers of the Apocalypse over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here, and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world. I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original. I'm to determine the threat level of this place, and do everything in my power to prevent the NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark. Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror-controlled terminals outside. You'll need it. Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice. I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have. I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military, targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes. Yes, and the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up. They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steered clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived. Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time. Humanity lost many things after the war. Methods of agriculture, techniques for survival. We took it upon ourselves to piece together this knowledge and bring it back to them. Other things weren't lost, but were blocked from our collective memory. Knowledge of what we're capable of and how things spiral out of control. It's in our nature to want to forget truths that keep us awake at night. And for that reason, it's all the more important that the followers walk the ways to remind people of them. We did for a time, but our goals differ. The NCR only cares to expand their wealth and their reach. For us, territory boundaries mean nothing, and prosperity has to be for everyone, not just citizens of the NCR. So parting was inevitable. While the NCR pushes east, we clean up the mess they leave behind, try to provide some stability. We're scattered mostly. We go where we're needed. Our largest presence is in Freeside, at Old Mormon Fort. Other than that, I know Dr. Usanagi set up a practice near the Crimson Caravan, and a man we train is operating out the Aerotech building. Another man, Tom Anderson, was looking into water supply problems in Westside, but that was a while ago. Goodbye.
Got business here?
local law enforcement authority.